Most people think anxiety is a sign of weakness, but what if it's actually the price of admission for a high-performance mind? Think about the way you see the world. When you walk into a room, you aren't just there, you are a radar. You notice the subtle shift in the conversation across the table. You see the logical flaw in the project plan your boss is excited about. You've already calculated the 3 most likely ways your current relationship could fail in the next 6 months. To the people around you, you're overthinking. To you, you're just paying attention. Here is the harsh psychology fact you aren't ready for. Your anxiety isn't a broken part of your brain. It is a highly sophisticated evolutionary defense mechanism that has become oversensitized. Your mind is a Ferrari engine that has been forced to drive through a mud pit. The heat, the smoke, and the noise, that's not a mechanical failure. That is the engine reacting to the friction of reality. We live in a society that praises intelligence but punishes the sensitivity that comes with it. You've been told to just relax, as if you could simply flip a switch and turn off the supercomputer in your skull. But you can't, because for you, relaxing feels like negligence. Psychologists call this the hyper-brain theory. And once you understand it, you'll realize that your mind isn't broken, it's just working too well for its own good. Why does intelligence correlate so heavily with psychological distress? It comes down to pattern recognition. The same cognitive machinery that allows you to master a complex skill or solve a difficult problem is the same machinery that scans for threats. In the wild, the smartest creature survived because it could predict where the predator might be, not just where it was. But in 2025, there are no tigers. Instead, the predators are social rejection, career failure, and existential insignificance. Your brain has a global workspace. In a high-intelligence individual, this workspace is larger and more interconnected. You don't just process information, you integrate it. You see the link between a news headline, your bank account, and the stability of your future. This is called hyper-vigilant integration. While someone else sees a bad day, you see a concerning trend. You aren't just feeling an emotion, you are conducting a full-scale statistical analysis of your life's trajectory. This is why you can't just stop thinking. To your brain, stopping the thought loop feels like closing your eyes while driving 100 miles per hour. Your anxiety is your mind's attempt to stay in control of a world that is inherently chaotic. But here's where it gets even worse. The more you understand the world, the less you feel you belong in it. There's an invisible grief in high intelligence. It's the grief of the observer. Because you see the patterns so clearly, you often feel like you're watching a movie that everyone else is living in. You see the disaster coming from miles away, in your company, in your social circle, in the world, and you find yourself shouting into a void where no one else sees the danger. Psychology says people don't ignore the truth because they are busy. They ignore it because they don't have the cognitive hardware to process the implications. This creates a profound sense of intellectual isolation. You begin to mask. You learn to dim your light so you don't blind the people around you. You pretend to be fine when your mind is actually screaming about the logical inconsistencies of the life you're living. You trade your authenticity for safety, and in doing so, you become a stranger to yourself. Your anxiety isn't just about the future, it's about the deep, biting loneliness of being the only one who truly sees. You've been trying to solve your anxiety by thinking your way out of it, but you can't use the tool that created the problem to fix the problem. Here are the 6 brutal symptoms of the intelligent, anxious mind. 1. The simulation trap. You don't just worry, you run full-scale mental simulations of every possible interaction until you're too exhausted to actually participate in them. 2. Moral perfectionism. You hold yourself to an impossible standard of rightness because your brain can see the ripple effects of every mistake you make. 3. the information addiction. You compulsively research and gather data when you feel stressed, believing that if you just knew one more thing, you would finally feel safe. 4. Social masking fatigue. You spend so much energy editing your thoughts before you speak that you feel like a ghost in your own conversations. 5. Existential vertigo. You find it impossible to care about small talk because your mind is constantly zoomed out to the 30,000-foot view of human existence. And 6. The body-mind disconnect. You are so up in your head that you forget you have a body until it forces you to notice through panic attacks or chronic fatigue. If that hit you, good. It means you needed it. You are over-adapted to a world that doesn't require this level of vigilance anymore. You are a lighthouse searching for ships in a desert.
So, how do you live with a mind like this? The answer isn't to lower your IQ. It's to move from cognitive enmeshment to cognitive sovereignty. Here is the mental trick that actually works. You must stop identifying as the mind and start identifying as the observer of the mind. The Stoics called this procheiron, having your principles at hand. When the anxiety simulation starts, you don't fight it, you name it. You say, "My high-performance engine is currently running a threat detection simulation. I acknowledge the data, but I am not the data." You must learn the law of strategic ignorance. You have to give yourself permission not to calculate. You have to realize that your intelligence is a tool, not a master. Just because your brain can simulate a disaster doesn't mean you are required to attend it. Your mind isn't broken, it's just powerful. And power without a brake is just a slow-motion crash. Start building the brake. Start realizing that your peace of mind is more important than your accuracy. The goal isn't to think less, the goal is to live more.